Welcome, Gunrunner.
Okay, so what we're going to be looking at today is the new Artcade book. Now, I was one of the many people who backed this when it first got announced. God knows how many years ago now. It's like this book has been troubled with all sorts of problems in terms of publishers and printing, and the list is almost endless in terms of where this book went wrong since the initial Kickstarter all those years ago. But it is finally here, so let's forget about the problems and put them in the past and focus on the book itself. Now, as you can probably already see, it's a big old thing, and I'll tip this over so you can see how thick it is. It's got a cover on it as well, so if I take that off just to show you, basically it's exactly the same underneath. So if you take that, the plasticky sort of laminate cover off, it's almost identical underneath. So there on the back you've got a little bit of what it's about, and it's been published by Bitmap books. They Sam Dyer and his company, they came to the rescue pretty much of this book to make sure it got printed and published, and we are very pleased that he did that. So it says here, originally acquired by Tim Nicholls. He acquired all this arcade artwork to create the book, and scanned it in and restored it and all sorts of other things. So we've got him to thank for coming up with the original concept of the book. And oops, just to show you, there's a little special thanks part on the inside there, and a little bit more about it there, and say it supports Arcade Club up in Manchester in Bury, and they supplied a lot of the images that were in the book, so anyone who's been to Arcade Club will instantly recognise some of the stuff in this book. So I'm not going to go through it massively in depth because there's absolutely no point. It will ruin the book for a lot of people, and it will take ages because, as you've seen, this book is huge. So what I want to try and do in this video is just to give a bit of an overview and then tell you what I think of it. So first of all, I mean, I love the way they've done this art. Brilliant. I mean, that's obviously Gauntlet, Outrun in there, Space Invaders, 1942, Bubble Bobble, trying to recognise it all. I think that might be Altered Beast. I think that last one's Moon Patrol, so I think I've actually got them all there. So, let's have a look. So another little surprise, which I thought I'd show you once I opened it, I stuck these inside, is that it came with some free postcards. So I mean, look at these. These are fantastic with arcade art on them. Space Invaders there, let's see, 1942 again. Outrun. And the Star Wars one, of course, which is brilliant. And they can actually be used as real postcards, you can see. Although I'd imagine that absolutely nobody's going to do that. It tells you what they are. That was Midnight Resistance. I wasn't sure what that was actually. I thought it was Contra. It's Midnight Resistance. But they are fantastic. So that's a really nice added bonus. So it starts off there with a bit of side art from Defender. Other bits and pieces, asteroids. So it goes in the dedications. We've got a contents page, of course, and it goes by year, as you'll see. So chronologically, so it starts off 1976 with Death Race. We've got the forward by the author there, and it goes into, so it's got interviews as well. So this is concept art from Larry Day. He was responsible for a lot of stuff, so really nice idea that to put this concept art in. See, it was one of his games, Moon Patrol, and it goes through lots of games that were never even released as well, which is great. There we go. The next one is Python Angelo, and Romanian artist who was prolific in pinball artwork especially. So it's got a lovely interview with him, and then goes into the arcade art, starting with Death Race, the first video game nasty that managed to get itself banned in America for because you basically ran people over. And they tried to get around it by saying you weren't running people over, you were running gremlins over. But yeah, nice story, Exidy, but people knew, and it got itself banned. So this is what I mean by the photos. So you'll see here, these are all taken from arcade clubs. There's a nice Gallagher there. There's a nice image of Star Wars, and they sort of break up the book. I mean, it goes into Space Invaders there. You can see each marquee in the book is split across 2 pages. Now, some people have moaned about this because obviously it does cut a little bit of the middle of the artwork out because of the way it's bound. And a lot of people have moaned about it. A lot of people are very unhappy with it. Personally, I don't have a problem with it at all. I think in the most part it looks fantastic, so it doesn't really cause me an issue. It's only a very small part of it you're missing, so yeah, it doesn't cause me an issue whatsoever. I'm not really fussed by that at all. But let's sort of skip through a little bit of the book. There's not just well-known stuff, there's really obscure stuff there. Warp Warp by Rockola. I mean, imagine if many people remember that. Mega Race Mode. There's a great one. Gorf. Lovely artwork on that. So the Fox. A lot of stuff by Midway Williams in here. Jungle King, which of course was renamed Jungle Hunt later on. So there's some more nice images from Arcade Club. One of a joystick there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Hero Turtles as they've got the English version. So yeah, I'm skipping vast sections here. Oh, Ghosts and Goblins, Capcom, brilliant. Bubble, Sega Shinobi. And I'll take it up to the back from here, I suppose. Oh, that is pretty much the end there. So then it's got an index. So this tells you basically a little bit about each game that was featured in the book, which is a nice touch. I was quite pleased when I got to the back and saw this because obviously the artwork's great, but some of the more obscure games, it's interesting to read a little bit more about them. So that's all the back there. That's quite long, and then we've got all the backers, people who backed it on Kickstarter. We've got a few little adverts. I don't particularly like the adverts. I think it takes it away a little bit with a book. I wouldn't expect to see adverts in the back, but can't moan too much. And then a nice image of Mr. Cuba at the end. So Donkey Kong. So that's the book in its entirety. Pretty much that's what you will expect from this. It's a very reasonable £25 at Bitmap Books, I believe. I will stick a link below for anyone who wants to order it as well, because you can actually go and buy this now directly from Bitmap Books. So for what you get, it's incredibly good value for money. I think for the amount you get for your money here is fantastic, and I really can't argue with it whatsoever. I'm really impressed. So yeah, as far as a rating goes, it's a 9 out of 10. It's not quite perfect, but it's pretty much there and thereabouts. I mean, if you love arcades, then obviously this is pretty much an essential book, just to sit there on your coffee table and have a flick through and enjoy the absolutely gorgeous artwork within. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed the book so far. I pick it up every now and again, just have a little flick through it when I'm bored, and it's inspired me to write a few more arcade-based articles, which is always a good thing. So yeah, for what you get for your money, I really can't fault it in any way, and the content is superb, and I seriously recommend everyone out there goes out and gets it. So that pretty much wraps up my review. As usual, anyone who's bought it, let me know what you think in the comments, or if you've got any questions about it, anything else you wanted to know. like, comment, and subscribe as always. I've been Retro Lad. See you all again soon. Bye bye.